welcome once again to Colors of India, the show that brings you up to speed with all that's happening in the artistic world. But before we go ahead, let's take a quick look at this week's specials. A new form of Kathak. Tom Alter as Rabindranath Tagore. And Bollywood Top 20. On a beautiful summer evening, a stroll in the park can be very relaxing. Now top that up with some soothing music and the evening simply becomes magical. It was in memory of Shehnai Maestro Ustad Bismillah Khan that Spick McKay organized this music in the park evening. And when legendary musician Ustad Rashid Khan took to stage, music lovers flocked at Nehru Park.
The objective is to bring it to the common man in the capital. That is the objective of music in the park.
Rashid Khan's Hindustani vocal music is known as one that has a style of its own. During a rendition, he stays on a note for a while to bring out the beauty of each raga. And his deep, resonating voice simply adds to this fairy tale.
म्यूज़िक आपको अंदर लेके जाता है आपके शास्त्रीय गायन खासकर आप बाहर की दुनिया से जब तंग आ जाते हैं तो अगर आप शास्त्रीय गायन को सुनेंगे तो आपको एक बड़ी शांति इनवर्ड जर्नी जिसको कहते हैं हम वो महसूस होगी.
On vocals he was accompanied by Nadeem Khan and Krishna Gonge, while Subhankar Banerjee was on tabla and Jyoti Guha on harmonium.
Spick McKay was supported by Bismillah Khan Foundation, and they even played a documentary about Ustad Bismillah Khan and his life in Banaras. Now, patrons of Kathak would tell you about the various gharanas to which this dance form belongs. Each of these gharanas have their own technique and style, and very rarely does the two overlap. The word again is rare, not impossible. Samantha, a choreography by Subi Jory and Amit Kinche, was one that did justice to two of the most popular gharanas of this dance form. Their choreography paid tribute to Shiva and Shakti, and it has been hailed as the future of Kathak dance by Pandit Birju Maharaj himself.
learned from the same institute, Kathak Kendra. I learned from my guru Pandit Rajendra Gangani, and she is from Pandit Jaikishan Maharaj. So our learning period was actually the same. She also passed out on the same year when I passed out.
Multiple spins, powerful footwork and detailed dance techniques used in the Shiva choreography brought out the best of the Jaipur Gharana. The poise, grace and elegance along with Abhinaya in Shakti represented Lucknow Gharana. And so, through the story of Shiva and Shakti, the strengths and the similarities in these two Gharanas were brought to light.
These gharanas have been coming through ages, so it was difficult to think that how can we bring it on the same platform, how can both of our in Jaipur it's more of footwork, more of tayari, more of chakkars, and it's in Lucknow is more of beauty, softness, expressions. So and then we thought Kathak is all about both of these things.
The artists, both representatives of a particular style of Kathak, dance together in harmony, creating a whole new dialogue and a meaning to Kathak, taking it one step closer to perfection. It is safe to say that this production saw a rare coming together of two of the most powerful elements, fire and water, speed and grace, Shiva and Shakti, Jaipur and Lucknow. Apart from being such a great performance, what I found interesting was that such young students of Kathak have brought together two different schools on the same platform. Well, it's now that we take a tiny break, but Colors of India will be right back. Welcome back. Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore, a name that all of us are familiar with. Through a play staged in the capital, Mallika Sarabhai explored another side of this great writer.
It is not every day that history comes alive, and when it does, the experience refuses to depart easily from memory. As the light fades in, an old armchair slowly emerges, carrying the weight of a frail man engrossed in writing with trembling hands. Clad in a magenta kaftan and wearing the distinct white beard, veteran actor Tom Alter has become the inner self of Rabindranath Tagore.
Mallika Sarabhai and Steve, who's from Australia, they wrote the script. Basically in the script, trying to explore what makes a man or a woman or an artist create. What are the causes for creation? Where does creation come from? So that's what we wanted to show in this play. Not so much the creations, but where did the creations come from?
It is beautiful. Now I understand what Yeats meant.
The play disclosed how, in remembering Tagore as a great poet, painter or reformer, we have forgotten to meet the actual man beneath his iconic layers. Conceptualized by Indian classical dancer Mallika Sarabhai and Australian director Steve Millerin, the play With Love, Finding Rabi Thakur was about Tagore beyond Rabindra Sangeet.
My mind was straying and I knew it not. My basket was empty and the flower remained unused. Only now and again a sadness fell upon me.
The woman is in love with you.
And I started up from my dream and felt a sweet trace of a strange fragrance.
We've only just met.
Tagore found his muse and probably his last love, Argentinian writer Victoria Ocampo, while on a tour. Emotionally moved by his Geetanjali, she requested him to sign it. With love, Rabindranath.
With love?
With love. Rabindranath. Victoria Ocampo met him when he was 63. This incredibly mature love developed between them. He started painting there, and the armchair that he gave her remained with him till he died. He took it back to India, and he wrote many, many songs to her. O Bideshini is one of them. But it was a very different kind of love. It was not a kind of love which said, you know, please marry me and stay with me. It was a love of the mind. It was a love of ideas. It was a love where they could share poetry with each other. And this continued through letters.
The script was innovative and experimental. A 63-year-old Tagore travels to meet his childhood with the help of his own younger self, played by Mallika Sarabhai. The relationship between the two Tagores gives us a glimpse of the real Tagore who battled many emotions like agony, grief and restlessness.
So why don't you do it? Do what? Tell Victoria you're in love with her. I have. In a manner of speaking, I wrote with love.
I wanted to create Tagore and to go into his psyche, to find out who is this man who was so prolific and we have made into an icon. So that's really what the piece is, to find out who the man is, what were the loves of his life, what motivated him to create, what were his concerns, and whether they are relevant today or not.
Robbie was 2 years younger than me, and we were thrown together all the time. We played together, climbed trees together. He was a friend, companion, co-conspirator, confidant, like a child. And have you forgotten me already? You called me Choto.
In this commingling of the past and present, the play offers an insight into the women Tagore loved and found inspiration in: Mrinalini, Chitra, Kadambari, and finally Victoria.
Said to me, I caressed you a little and left my body to come and see you.
Letters are no way to conduct a match.
I came here to apologize for not replying to your last letter.
A caged parrot that is mercilessly fed with pages of historical text symbolizes Tagore's critique of the education system and the idea of designing a Shanti Niketan where the mind and knowledge is free. The play also includes Tagore's fight for women's rights and his battles with personal demons.
The shadows of evil have thickened. The king's throne dares to raise its insolent head above the temple altar. O ye gods of these degenerate days! Will you obey the king's command with bowed heads, fawning upon him like his courtiers? Will mere men and demons combine to usurp the dominions of God in this world, and will heaven be powerless to defend its honor? But
The dance drama had so many fascinating elements. Mallika Sarabhai's dance performance, Revanta's amazing histrionics, and of course, Tom Alter as Tagore. Now thought-provoking, colourful and realistic. That is how the exhibition at Lalit Kala Academy can be called. Colour Splash had 3 fellow artists exhibit their work: village life, countryside, landscapes and the silence and stillness of forests. These are the images that Anil Kumar Mishra enjoys painting.
ये इस टाइप्स ऑफ पेंटिंग जो है ये वाटर कलर है और इस मीडियम में बनाना और करना लोग ज़्यादातर ये सोचते हैं कि बहुत ही टिपिकल है और टफ़ है। तो मैंने इस मीडियम को चुना कि एक चैलेंज लिया कि इसमें क्यों ना बहुत ही अच्छा करके दिखाया जाए, और इसमें जो मैंने टॉपिक चूज़ किया ज़्यादातर नेचर से रिलेटेड है।
On the other hand, Manoj Sahu does not look at Mother Nature through rose-colored glasses. His work suggests that it won't be long before she decides to get back at us for destroying her. Bird nests in the living room, a beautiful swan looking at the waterless world are all powerful imageries that he uses to tell the story.
हम लोग आर्टिफिशियल लाइफ जीते हैं, हमारे चारों तरफ आर्टिफिशियल सराउंडिंग को लेके जीते हैं और नेचर के बारे में हम बस सोच सकते हैं। जैसे मेरे कुछ पेंटिंग्स हैं, स्वान के ऊपर मैंने किया, एक इनोसेंट बर्ड है जो वो सोच रही है, अपने थॉट के अंदर है कि वो जस्ट इमेजिन कर रही है कि नेचर मेरे पास होता तो क्या होता है, या मेरे नेचर से कितना दूर है, मेरा नेचर मेरे से कितना दूर भाग गया है।
On the other hand, The city of his birth, Banaras, is what has influenced Manoj Kumar Singh's work. The historic city, its many ghats and the sights that are so common here can be seen in his work.
बनारस के घाट ऐसे हैं जो वर्ल्ड फेम के हैं। वहाँ की कुछ संस्कृति और वहाँ का एटमॉस्फेयर कुछ ऐसा है जो कि वहाँ पर घाट पर बैठने के बाद ऐसी स्थिति होती है कि जैसे आदमी सब कुछ अपना भूल जाता है। तो वो चीज़ हमें काफ़ी प्रभावित की और उसका असर हमारी पेंटिंग्स में आपको देखने को मिलेगा। काफ़ी पेंटिंग्स ऐसी हैं जिसमें आपको वो चीज़ मिलेगी।
The use of bright shades was the only common thread that united all these artists.
Perspective. That is what gives any work of art the beauty it attains. Now it's time for us to take another tiny break on Colors of India, but don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back. It is the year of Germany in India, and it is time for us to explore the infinite opportunities in these two countries. As Germany's most popular ambassadors, the United Buddy Bears paid Delhi a visit.
A reception for the United Buddy Bears was organized at the residence of the German ambassador. It was a small and intimate gathering, and the governing mayor of Berlin, Mr. Klaus Wowereit, sounded thrilled about bringing the Buddy Bears to town.
I think that this exhibition is a wonderful sign of cooperation between India and Germany. It's a good symbol for freedom and for understanding. The Buddy Bear collection are 140 Buddy Bears from different nations in the world, and artists from all over the world created the Buddy Bears, and that is a symbol and a sign for freedom and understanding.
"143 United Buddy Bears are lined up in Central Park, Connaught Place. They are each a symbol of the art of tolerance. The idea is to get to know each other, to live together peacefully, and what better symbol could there be than an adorable, cuddly bear? Each of these bears represent a country in the United Nations with painted artwork that is symbolic of their country of representation. Since 2002, these United Buddy Bears have toured the world with their message of friendship, and they are here in Delhi till the 11th of May.
With adults and little children trying to figure out the countries to which the Buddy Bears belonged, Central Park in CP sure turned into a wonderland. Now, Indian cinema this year completes 100 years. We have each laughed, cried and experienced a gamut of emotions. But even today, cinema continues to be a mystical world.
Bollywood's Top 20 Superstars of Indian Cinema. This is a book of essays on B-Town, edited by Baichand Patel and published by Penguin Books. The book is a tribute to those galaxy of stars, demigods and divas who have shaped and defined popular cinema. And therefore, it is only right that popular actor Kajol unveils the book.
It's a pleasure and it's an honor to be included in a book that calls you a great superstar. I don't know how far that's true. Maybe it's just Bhaichan's opinion, but it's a pleasure. And as I said, an honor. Thank you for including me, Bhaichan, even though you're a friend of mine and biased. But thank you.
The book is divided into 20 chapters and has essays about Ashok Kumar to Shah Rukh Khan and Nargis to Kareena Kapoor, written by some of the best contemporary writers on cinema.
We all love it. Some people pretend they don't love it, but I really love it. And it begins right from 1931 to 2011. We celebrate Bollywood through the stars, the magical stars like Nargis, Meena Kumari, Madhubala, Kajol, and Raj Kapoor, Dilip Kumar. So we're telling the story of Bollywood through the stars.
The book cover, created by Vijay Kumar, an artist in Old Delhi, is reminiscent of old Bollywood poster style.
If Bollywood rules your hearts and minds, then this book is definitely a collector's item, especially with all those essays about the actors' personal and professional lives. Well, that's all we have for you on this week's episode of Colours of India. You can of course send in your suggestions and feedbacks onto our Facebook page. And until we meet again later, next week, goodbye and take good care.